Hey, Quality fighter at 25 years of age in Mark the Magic Man Schleib here tonight.
Yeah, look, this
So in the trenches here, both fighters. Unloads on the right hand to the body, 15 seconds left here. And Bobby Trigg unloading with the right hand. And look at Mark the Magic Man Schleib's chopping right hand there from Schleib's. And he ends that sort of round on a high note. That was the second round, and we're going to get underway very shortly in the third round. But an interesting sort of matchup in that second round. Bobby Trigg continued his relentless pressure, but look at Mark the Magic Man Schleib trying to pick his shots and trying to push his opponent Bobby Trigg away. But it's very hard to do against a fighter who just comes forward down the barrel and puts all sorts of pressure on Schleib's. There's the right hand landed there, and then a couple of left hooks, double left hooks there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib's. And he's leaning in with his head there, Bobby Trigg, and that's where Michelini sort of warned him on that occasion just before. But this is proving into a very interesting fight indeed, an exciting fight for the fans, as this is the last fight of the evening.
Yeah, look, it's turning out exactly the way we thought it would be. Bobby Trigg just coming forward, throwing punches and bunches. And it's all going to come down to if Mark Schleib can withstand the pressure for 10 rounds. If he can keep this up for 10 rounds, if he can match Bobby Trigg's pressure with slick movement, slick counter punching, then this is in the bag for him. But if he can't, if mentally Bobby Trigg gets on top of Mark Schleib, then this is going to go the way of the South Australian.
That's what he's doing here, Bobby Trigg, bringing his high work weight. And that's what he does throughout the course of a fight. He'll do that for 10 rounds, Bobby Trigg, there's no question about it. And his sort of pressure is not going to dip throughout the contest. But what Mark the Magic Man Schleib has to do is going to find openings. There'll be openings there, there's no doubt about it, against Bobby Trigg. And that's what he's going to use, that right uppercut that he has in his repertoire. And that right hand is really a money shot for Mark the Magic Man Schleib.
Yeah, very smart here, but Trigg just sort of sitting on the Magic Man and sort of holding his arms as he's sitting in on top of him, so sort of stopping Marky from getting his counters off. But Marky's the one who's got to use his feet. Don't be sitting on those ropes. Create your own space. And then try and catch Bobby Trigg on the way in. Just like that, and he's got to move off. As soon as he lands that right hand, he's got to step off, he's got to pivot out of there. Don't be sitting there waiting for Bobby Trigg just to come back with 3 or 4 of his own. That's better now, word Marky Schleib. That's it, you have to step back and let those hands go again, Marky.
He's got to try to find space, and on that occasion, Mark the Magic Man Schleib's put his combinations together. But he's had a good training camp, solid training camp, 8-week training camp with a Cameroon Olympic fighter, as well as a pro fighter there in Jai Alexander, who fought Bobby Trigg last time out in July.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, this is great pressure too by Bobby Trigg. He's doing what he has to do. Just see it on Schleib's chest for 3 minutes and smother the Magic Man. And he's playing his part well too, Bobby Trigg.
Bobby Trigg has a tight guard when he comes on the inside, really keeps his hands up high. There's a left hand, that wild left hand that he possesses in his repertoire that he just used there on Mark Schleib. And now Schleib's unloads, look at those combinations, really quick hand speed. And that's what opponents find it difficult to sort of deal with the hand speed that Mark the Magic Man Schleib has in his repertoire. But Bobby Trigg on the front foot, keeping his head on the chest of Mark the Magic Man Schleib. And this is a fight, a war of attrition between these two young fighters.
Yeah, look at him. To me, that's where Mark Schleib sort of switches off a bit. He's letting Bobby Trigg throw the first 2 or 3 punches, and then he's looking to get his off. It's too late. He's got to be first. When he creates the space, he steps back in the ropes. As Trigg's coming forward, then he's got to let his hands go. I mean, that's what Sam Brizzy will be telling him in the corner. Fantastic round of boxing again. Both boys just bringing plenty of action.
Great fight night so far, and this is the main event for the Australian Bantamweight title. Well, we've got some major sponsors on board here tonight. We've got Deer Park Club, Raw Recruitment, Platinum Civil, Caprico Services, Ibiza Air, and Team Alice Boxing. There's some of the sponsors for this big night. And we've got the main event right now, the Australian Bantamweight title between two great competitors, contrasting styles, and this is what the fans want to see. Look at that front foot pressure there by Bobby Trigg, unloading wild punches in front of Mark the Magic Man Schleib. But Schleib's had some success there, and that right hand that he possesses, but then he took a punch from Bobby Trigg.
And this is the problem, you see, he's letting Bobby Trigg throw the first 2 or 3 punches, and he's landing some cracking shots himself, but then he switches off, and before he moves out of the way, Bobby's landed another 2 or 3. And for me, he's got to nullify that. He's got to be hitting Trigg on the way in.
This is really the first stern test of his professional career. Mark the Magic Man Schleib's in the blue trunks. You know, he's fought the likes of Colin Norris, where he got the split decision victory. Started like a house on fire, but then sort of tapered off for the last 3 rounds. But this is a different sort of matchup altogether. You're coming up against a domestic fighter who's one of the best in the business and the current Australian Bantamweight champion. So a difficult task ahead for Mark the Magic Man.
Oh, that's a beautiful combination, ripped hook straight by the Magic Man, just showing his class there, but Trigg wears it well, and once again comes forward. He's thrown about 12 punches when he took that big combo. He's tougher than a coffin nail, this kid. Oh, no, we go.
Body shot there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib. That's what he's got to do, really let his hands go and let that really sort of quick hand speed dictate the proceedings. But at the moment, you know, he's having a lot of success here. His opponent from South Australia in Bobby Trigg. This is where he wants to fight on the inside. Mark the Magic Man Schleib's got to create a gap and really unload those counter punches.
Big shot again coming from Sleeves on the way out, but it's Bobby Trigg that's doing all the work on the ropes. And interesting, really interesting to see how the judges are scoring this. This is just relentless pressure, relentless work rate by Bobby Trigg. Not much pop in the punches. Not really a lot that's going to hurt Mark Schleib, but they're landing, they're scoring.
It's definitely going to dictate sort of the way the judges' scoring goes. If Bobby Trigg continuously comes forward and puts his sort of pressure on Mark the Magic Man Schleib, the big question is Mark the Magic Man Schleib's really throwing enough? That's the big question.
Look, everything he throws is compelling, and it's landing, and it's making noise, and it's making everyone sit up and watch and go ooh and go ah. That could be always enough to sway the judges' minds. The problem is when he's not throwing, Bobby Trigg is.
So a seesawing battle here, and both fighters are grappling on the inside. There's a left rip there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib, and that's really a punch that he has really good power off, is that left rip to the body. And he's got blistering hand spin. That's what he's got to use. He's got to really be on the front foot like this. And that was a lethal right hand there. That was a lethal right hand to Shamrock there in Stevie Kelly.
Oh, he's taken about 4 of them in this fight already. And you got to imagine that as the fight goes along, how many more than Bobby Trigg can take. And it's again, Mark Schleib comes down the middle. Once again, when he uses his distance, when he establishes his distance, and lets his shots go as Bobby Trigg's coming in, he's looking fantastic. Bobby Trigg just then walks him down afterwards. It's got to be a bit disheartening for the Magic Man. You're throwing your best shots and this kid keeps walking at you.
Oh, and a flurry of an attack there, Mark the Magic Man Schleib.
He wasn't going to let a bell stop him, but there's a finger of a round. And once again, what are you going to score? He's going to score the relentless pressure of Bobby Trigg. And you're going to score the big scoring shots from Marky Schleib. What a fight.
Oh, this is an unbelievable fight here for the main event. It all led up to this, and it's proving, you know, the best fight of the night so far. But look at Bobby Trigg go, and then those punches coming back there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib. 24-year-old and a 25-year-old going at it. They've definitely got a few years left in them. And, you know, Mark the Magic Man Schleib, if he can get a victory here tonight, well, it's going to be a big career ahead for him and a big scalp against Bobby Trigg.
Yeah, as I said before the fight started, this is a career-defining moment for both boys. Winning this, and you really take a step up.
Round number 5, edging closer now, middle of the sort of fight now, and Mark the Magic Man Schleib letting go with his hands. Look at that quick hand speed there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib. Now they're wrestling. Ignatius Missolidis looking at it very closely. Rips the left body shot, but that's really a real punch that he has a lot of power of. That left rip to the body. And look at the combinations now from Mark the Magic Man Schleib.
Yeah, he's having it all his own way, and Bobby Trigg is just taking one too many. Ignatius, they keep an eye on this.
The crowd is getting behind Mark the Magic Man Schleib. You can see where all the support is for the boy in the blue trunks, the Victorian, and he's coming up against the South Australian in the white trunks. So this is a state of origin affair between South Australia and Victoria. A lot on the line. Bobby Trigg continually coming forward, a little bit of reddening on the nose, but that's what he'll get. He's a warrior and he keeps fighting.
That's the last thing Bobby Trigg is going to be worried about. He's just boxing, doesn't he? He'll sit on Mark, he sees his chest for 30 minutes if he was allowed, but Mark sees, you figure this is just Marky having a bit of a breather. Once again, he's getting his distance in. Bobby can't really afford to let Mark do that. Catches him and gives him a right uppercut on the way in, and this is better by Sleeves. You feel the Sam Brizzy just be pumping that into his ear. Don't be waiting, you gotta hit him on the way in. That's been a fantastic opener by the Magic Man. And once again, the man from South Australia has not stopped throwing punches.
Michelini separates both fighters, but Bobby Trigg's only been stopped once in his career. That was in October last year against Luke Boyd in Sydney, and he got stopped in the 6th round. And Luke Boyd is a good quality fighter, the current WBF Silver International Featherweight Champion. Bobby Trigg likes it in tight there in the trenches. Absolute warfare here between these two fighters. Mark the Magic.
That's a big rip again to the body, but Trigg wears it well. You gotta wonder what that kid's ribs are made of.
He's strong as an ox here, Bobby Trigg. He just keeps coming forward, doesn't hold back. He's not a defensive fighter, he's an exciting fighter, and he's a crowd dream. This is what they want to see.
Both charging him more to be with the head. I'm surprised Ignatius hasn't been putting him up a bit more with that, but he's doing what he has to do. And he's working, he's letting his hands go in there again. It might be pitter-patter, but he's working, and that's better by Marky. No, Marky, you gotta work once you turn him.
Oh, look at that left body rip there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib, but then he comes back, Bobby Trigg.
Trigger comes back with an excellent counter to nullify the Schleib's attack. Another fantastic round here from both boys.
What a round that was. Round number 5 there. Still a seesawing battle. And this is a close affair between these two fighters. The man in the red corner, Mark the Magic Man Schleib. And in the blue corner, you've got the champion in Bobby Trigg. Here's some of the highlights in the 5th round.
Yeah, just that straight right, and this is all happening inside the first 15-20 seconds. Mark Schleib really got off to a flyer in that 5th round. I really thought he had Bobby Trigg rattled. But as I said earlier, you probably couldn't rattle this fellow with a sledgehammer. He's just as tough as they come.
Yeah, the only man that seems to rattle him is Luke Boyd, and he's jumped up a couple of divisions into the featherweight ranks. So I wouldn't mind seeing the winner maybe face Luke Boyd at a super bantamweight limit.
Yeah, Luke Boyd could be waiting there, super bantamweight. Joy Alexander also waiting in the wings. All possible fights that can be made. When you got the Australian strap, there's absolutely no reason why these fights can't be made. It's a big title.
Round number 6 now. And backtracking a little bit is Mark the Magic Man Schleib, and that's been the trend throughout the whole fight. The pattern, Bobby Trigg continuously coming forward and throwing those short, tight punches. And Mark the Magic Man Schleib's unloading his counter-punching repertoire. Look at those rips, the right rip, then the left rip. And then comes upstairs. Good skill there shown by Mark the Magic Man Schleib.
Yeah, but good defense shown by Bobby Trigg. He wore both them right on his elbows. And he carries those elbows so low, covering his rib cage. Bobby Trigg, very smart.
Very smart defensively, as you just mentioned there, Bobby Trigg. Maybe coming from his amateur background, 6-time state champion and a 3-time runners-up at the Australian Championships. Only a small fellow, 159 centimetres is Bobby Trigg, whilst 168 centimetres Mark the Magic Man Schleib. So he's got that reach advantage, but it's very hard to use against a man who just keeps coming forward.
Yeah, just relentless pressure, he doesn't mind, does he? And this, and you can hear Ben Brizzy Jr. shouting, roll away, and that's exactly what he needs to be doing, Marky. He can't be sitting, cannot be sitting on the ropes. He does not want to get into a wrestling match with Bobby Trigg, but he comes back with 3 brilliant shots down the center.
One thing about Mark, the Magic Man Schleib, has got good quality movement, moves around the ring very efficiently. And look at that right uppercut on the inside. That connected there with Bobby Trigg, but he's got tight defense, Bobby Trigg. It's really tough to break the guard. Pushes him out of the way there, Mark the Magic Man.
He needs to do more of that, Marky. You know what? Once he gets Trigg on the ropes, he needs to show that he can turn him. He show that he can twist and turn him. He can't afford to sit there and give away time. While Bobby Trigg is just pounding away at him.
So the man from Mount Gambier putting all sorts of pressure on the Victorian boy in Mark the Magic Man Schleibs. Born in Manila is Mark the Magic Man Schleibs, but he's trying to get the Australian Bantamweight title, the coveted Australian Bantamweight title here tonight on Fox Sports. What a fight this is.
Oh, this is a fantastic main event. This has lived up to all the hype. The crowd are just soaking this up. I tell you, if there's boom before the fight, there'll be no boom after it. This has been unreal.
Absolute warfare between these two fighters. Bobby Trigg, you know, there's not too much, power behind those punches, but, he really just keeps coming forward, and that's what's going to sort of tire out maybe Mark the Magic Man Schleib, but he comes roaring back there with some counter punches of his own. 10 seconds left in this round.
Schleib's looking for one last foray to finish the round, and that might be enough to steal it. What a fantastic finish to round 6. Both boys so hungry.
Unbelievable fight. This is turning into one of the contenders maybe for Fight of the Year on the Australian scene.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. I think it's already Fight of the Year no matter what happens between now and round 10. But once again, I'm just seeing there in the replay of when Schleib turns Trigg, he just doesn't capitalise enough. He sort of falls in on top of Trigger. You've got to remember, every time he stops punching, Bobby Trigg won't stop and just keep coming forward. Whether he's landed or not, he'll still keep the work rate up.
You just heard from Howard Lee, round number 7, Bobby Trigg and Mark the Magic Man Schleibs in the centre of the ring, and he's popping out that jab, Mark the Magic Man Schleibs against Bobby Trigg. Can he find an opening on Bobby Trigg and really light a power shot? That's the big question, Stevie Kelly. Can he find it?
That is the big question, but it's a question for both boys. You know, I think with Bobby, with his pressure, I don't think he's got a big shot in him because he smothers his own work. He just lets his hands go pitter-patter and he's happy just to grind out the rinds that way. But Mark creates his distance, but just with the weight. Bobby Trigg's got very long arms for the stature of him, so it's very, very hard to get in underneath those elbows for those body shots. But Mark's landed a couple of straight rights down the middle. Maybe if you try and keep Bobby Trigg's arms nice and low, shoot low, and then maybe come over the top with a straight right again. But I don't think he's going to be stopping Bobby Trigg to the body.
It'll be hard to stop Bobby Trigg. Only been stopped once in the corner there of Bobby Trigg. You've got Colin Cassidy, 2-time Australian lightweight champion. And Mark
big shots coming in there from the Magic Man. Wait and you see. Trigg landed a big right hand of his own. Mark Schleib came back with 3 on the bounce, and he's cut Bobby Trigg right over the left eyebrow. And that is going to be significant because that is in a bad, bad spot. And Colin Cassidy and the boys are going to start going to work on that. This Mark Schleib starts putting big pressure on him.
As the tide turned here, can Mark the Magic Man Schleib finish stronger than his opponent Bobby Trigg, the champion?
Oh, what a night this is turning out to be. Both boys are not going to give an inch.
Blood all over the face there of Bobby Trigg.
And Mark, he's just got to get back on his jab, maybe start working on that cut. Bring that right hand over the top.
He's going to try to unload that right hand on the left eyebrow there of Bobby Trigg, and there it goes.
Big shot over the top again. And as you said, Jordan, that's a bullseye. That's a big bullseye to the Magic Man. And Bobby Trigg's going to have to start moving that head or carrying your hands up. And when he starts carrying his hands that high, then he's going to start exposing those ribs. So catch 22 here for Bobby Trigg.
Look at the skill set here from Mark the Magic Man Schleib. He's on the front foot now, and he's really pushing Bobby Trick back. And there's blood all over the face there of Bobby Trick. This is turning into definitely one of the fights of the year in Australian boxing.
There's blood on the right side of Mark Schleib. I don't know if that's a cut eye. I don't know if that's a cut eye, or is that coming from Bobby Trick? It looks like it great. I'm just trying to look at the screen here, which has got a clearer view, but what another exchange they've got there towards the end of the round. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a war in Melbourne for the Australian Bantamweight title.
Trickling down the face, the blood there on Bobby Trick. And look at him trying to go on the front foot, but that was a major factor that round. I thought the tide turned in that round, and Mark the Magic Man Schleib had one of his most efficient rounds of the night so far.
Well, you called it 2 rounds ago, Jordan. No, we could have had. And that's where the cut happened. That's straight right over the top. There we go. That's the shot that caused the cut. And it all came from Bobby Trick, landing a clean right hand down the center, his cleanest one yet. And Mark Schleib responded in kind with 2 of his own, and one of them cutting the eyebrow of Bobby Trick.
So the pointy end of the fight here. If you just tune into Fox Sports, well, we've got a fight on our hands. Definitely one of the fights of the year between Bobby Trick and his opponent there in Mark the Magic Man Schleib, the contender fighting for the Australian Bantamweight title. The champion is Triggs in the white trunks.
Schleib's the naturally bigger man, came in nearly 2 kilos heavier than Bobby Trick on fight night. You'd imagine that Trick would not have put on much weight overnight. You'd imagine that Schleib would have put on maybe up to 2 kilos, which is a 4 kilo difference on fight night. It's a lot when you go down towards the latter end of the fight.
Now we're in deep water. This is where Bobby Trick takes his opponents, but will the fitness, well, his opponent Mark Schleib looks very, very fit heading into this fight.
I had a chat with Sam Brizzy during the week. He said it's the fittest he's ever seen him. It's the hungriest he's ever seen him. It's the most excited he's ever seen him.
He's looking in quality shape here, tip-top shape. Mark the Magic Man Schleib in the blue trunks. But this is what Trick does, takes him to deep water and really constricts him.
All bouncing off the elbows of Bobby Trick. Fantastic defense of the body is Bobby Trick. Probably as good as I've ever seen. It's 2 again, lands 3 right hands in a row, lands on the chin of Bobby Trick. He wears them well. He smothers Mark Schleib and he comes back with a jab of his own. The only thing is, if Bobby Trick slows down, Mark Schleib picks it up, he's in for a world of trouble, I think, the man from South Australia.
It looks like Mark the Magic Man Schleib can go another 10 rounds. He's looking really fit out here tonight at the Melbourne Pavilion. Team Alice Fight Night have put on a great card for all the fans and all the viewers back home tuning into Fox Sports.
Oh, fantastic combination again. 3-3, but landed the last one, the right hand over the top. It's just been Schleib's #1 go-to punch all night.
A career-defining moment and a career-defining fight for both fighters. But Mark the Magic Man Schleib has lifted since that 7th round. That was an important round in terms of this fight, that 7th round, Stevie Kelly.
Oh, without a doubt. It's just seemed to, I think, taking the wind a small bit out of Bobby. Mark has had a lot of success, especially that straight right hand in this round as well. He's just having his ways. He's landing more bursts, but becoming more frequent. He's just got that air of confidence, almost like he's got a second wind now. And Bobby Trick has got to match that, because if he doesn't, he's in for a world of trouble.
What I'm saying here is that it's lifted the work rate of Mark the Magic Man Schleib. Bobby Trick has sort of taken off a little bit since that cut occurred. Tries to find the right hand, but good block there from Bobby Trick. 10 seconds left in the 8th round.
Yeah, well scouted by Trick. Schleib comes to the right hand again, lands a little cheeky one on the inside on the bell. And the Magic Man will walk back, tired, but happy. They've got to be happy in the right corner, you'd imagine.
Oh, Sam and Ben Brizzy will be very pleased with his troop there in Mark the Magic Man Schleib. For me, he could be on the front foot in this fight from the 7th and 8th round, while they're important factors in this fight. And he really could be leading this fight against Bobby Trick, the current champion. But you've got to go out there and beat the champion, and Bobby Trick in the red corner is the champ.
And once again, it's just everything the Magic Man throws, it's just significant, it's compelling. everyone can hear it. Everyone's going, ooh, it's got to affect the judges. It's just got to.
Some of the shots there, clean shots there by Mark the Magic Man Schleib. That's a right hook, a right hand that he possesses.
Yeah, that was that combination we were talking about. Through the left hook. All missed, but it was the right hand at the end that got through.
Round number 9 here, the championship rounds are coming up. Very important part of this fight, no doubt about it. Can Mark the Magic Man Schleib continue on from those good quality 7th and 8th round and really continue it in the 9th and 10th round? That's the big question. Both in the centre of the ring, willing to exchange, but really no power punches here from Bobby Trigg. Mark Schleib's punches are having more of an effect on the South Australian intrigue.
Yeah, interestingly, it's Mark Schleib who's been walking down Bobby Trigg in the opening of this round, and I don't know if it's Mark trying to get a bit of a breather, or maybe he's just trying to upset Trigg. Maybe like the tactics from the Magic Man.
Yeah, from the opening, 4 or 5 rounds, it was, Bobby Trigg coming forward, but he's taken it off. He's definitely sort of the energy might have sort of dropped down a little bit. And now Mark the Magic Man Schleib is willing to sort of walk up and stalk his opponent. Grappling in the centre of the ring, Michelitis looking at it closely, but that's what they've been doing all night. These last 2 rounds, there's been a little bit of distance between the 2 fighters, hasn't there, Stevie Kelly?
Yeah, look, the last 2 rounds more significantly than others. As you said, Trigg's work rate has just dropped off, and who can blame him? It was ferocious, absolute ferocious pace. And Mark Schleib took advantage of that, especially since the cook came in. And he lands a double right hand there, a riff hook over the top on the right side. But once again, Trigger just wears them well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can wear anything well, Bobby Trigg. But those were brutal body shots there from Mark the Magic Man Schleib, and then he came up top. So what he's doing well is changing levels now in the last 2-3 rounds at a high level. Close exchanges here. Yeah, those punches aren't going to have an effect too much on Mark the Magic Man Schleib. He's looking fit and strong, and this is an important round, the championship round, 9th round here.
Yeah, it's just turning into a bit of a seesaw here in the middle of the ring. Almost like both boys are taking a round off before the big 10th round is coming off. And Marky just lands a little combination.
Sam Brizzy and Ben Brizzy giving some words of advice there to Mark Schleib, and happy with the way he's boxing in the last 2 rounds. They'll be very pleased with their truth there in Mark the Magic Man Schleib. But having said that, Bobby Trigg comes forward and he's using some wrestling tactics there.
It just shows how comfortable Schleib is already. Look, bending and trying to roll on the ropes, hitting his combinations. Doesn't want to move off this time. And look at the success he's having. He would have had that success in the first 5-6 rounds. Bobby Trigg is just absolutely out on his feet. Mark Schleib, he's trying to match Trigg on the inside, and he is matching him. And it's just sheer exhaustion from Bobby Trigg at that stage. And that's going to be disheartening from the boys from Mount Gambier, because Magic Man was outdoing them at their own game there. Fantastic finish of the round again by Magic Man, and the distance is growing now, Jordan.
Yeah, definitely the distance has grown, and Mark the Magic Man Schleib is feeling more comfortable as the fight has gone on. That 7th round was played an important role in this fight. And we've still got 1 round to come, so it's not ended yet. Definitely one of the fights of the year in Australian boxing. Look at some of the highlights now, and the space is open between the 2 fighters, and now he's controlling with that jab and also that straight right hand. Never thought I'd say that Bobby Trigg would gas towards the latter part of the fight against Jai Alexander. He sort of came on a little bit in the final few rounds, but here tonight, a different story. Mark the Magic Man Schleib has lifted, and Bobby Trigg has dropped his level a little bit.
Yeah, two totally different fights, totally different circumstances. Jai Alexander still struggling an awful lot with the weight. He's not trained, he only got as much in the tank. Mark seems to be a lot fresher. But both boys got to give it their all. They both know that coming into the last round. Can't get caught with that and silly.
All comes down to this. Who's going to end strongly? The last 3 rounds, or even 4 rounds, have gone in favour of Mark the Magic Man Schleib, unofficially, of course. But Bobby Trigg really needs to lift his punch output in this fight and maybe look for a knockout. That's the only way I think he's going to get the victory here tonight. If he gets a knockdown or even a stoppage.
Yeah, Mark Schleib looks like he's just going to box this one out as he starts showing the crowd his boxing skills. And it's just been a fantastic performance tonight by the Magic Man.
We've got some good quality Australian bantamweight fighters. We've got the likes of the Maloney, Jason Maloney, and we've also got Brock Jarvis. But here's another one in Mark the Magic Man Schleib, and also his opponent in Bobby Trigg. Important, and it's going to be intriguing to see what they do in years to come.
Beautiful on the inside again. Schleib looks to outwork. Trigg on the inside. Trigg just out in his feet though, isn't he?
Yeah, there's not much gas left in the tank for the South Australian, the boy from Mount Gambier. There's nothing left really, it's close to empty. But Mark the Magic Man Schleib looks like he's got a lot left in the tank. And look at these combinations here for Mark the Magic Man Schleib.
Oh, fantastic. One hand, that right hand over the top, it just hasn't missed, has it? It's been his go-to punch all night. You know, some nights, tonight was always going to be that career-defining night. And for me, he's just stood up. He's really announced himself to Australian boxing. He had a lot of doubters in there, especially after that close fight he had with Colin Mars. People were questioning the heart, but he can't question his heart now. The skill set was never there. This has been absolutely fantastic as the crowd start getting behind. Crowd magic.
A hell of a performance here, and the crowd's getting up in unison, really cheering on Mark the Magic Man Schleib, the home favourite. And man, he's got a big career ahead of him. He's made a statement here tonight, and this is a career-defining fight.
Yeah, as I said, it was a great performance. Hats off to Bobby Trigg. He's given everything he's got. But for my money, he's just come up just short. That cut was a big significant. It took the wind out of his sails. But just the skill set, the combinations from Mark Schleib, second to none. Just fantastic as he finishes the round nice and strong. But by God, this guy from Mount Gambier, Bobby Trigg, absolute Rocky-type performance. Tough. NFL rings, and for me, what a good fight. I think we have a new Australian Bantamweight champion. As we go to the judges, but what a fight. What an absolute fight of the year contender.
Bobby Trigg was like the Spartan warrior just coming forward, and look at that counter-punching style there from his opponent in Mark the Magic Man Schleib. You've got to beat the champion to get the belt, and I think tonight Mark the Magic Man Schleib has done enough to get the victory. We've just got to wait on the final judge's decision, but what a performance there for Mark the Magic Man Schleib.
And that's up to this guy, Bobby Trigg, Colin Cassidy. They brought their A game tonight. They just fell short, in my opinion. The Magic Man was just too sharp and too big. And this is the problem, I think, with Rob Trigg. He finds it so hard to get fights at that lightweight. He's got to step up to fight all these bigger guys. And you know, he came in scales last night 2 kilos lighter. But you know what? I suppose he's used to that. He would have put on a lot of weight overnight. But by God, he brought his A game. He fought hard. I don't think anyone throws as many punches around as he does, but just accuracy, skill, movement belong to the Magic Man. And no disrespect to Rob Trigg, but Magic Man, just a different class.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Andrew Campbell had 190. Rick Mack, 97, 93, Chris Moxon, 98, 91. Unanimous points winner and new champion, the Magic Man.
And he's done it. And look at the tears, look at the emotion on his face. Fantastic, Mark Schleib, your new Australian Bantamweight champion. What a fight, Jordan. That's got to be fight of the year. Got to be fight of the year.
Unbelievable scenes here in the Golden Pavilion. And I'm not going to question you on that. That was definitely fight of the year between two quality competitors. But Mark the Magic Man Schleib beat the champion. That's what he did here tonight. It was important at 7-3 and onwards.
You're live on Fox Sports. What a big night at Melbourne Pavilion. Ellis Promotions.
First fight we had Christian Potchev and his opponent Matthew Smith. Potchev got the victory there. It was a great fight night on Team Ellis Promotions. Fox Sports, great presentation.
Yeah, fight 2 at the debut of amateur sensation Aaron Spagnolo against Alex Brunetta. And a big right hand from the big man from Collingwood. Finished Brunetta.
Lawrence Darwish was the next fight. This was a draw between Lawrence Darwish and Douglas Rubino, the Black Panther. And this was a welterweight contest, a very tough test for both fighters. And I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between these two boxers.
And speaking of rematches, our next fight got forward was exactly that. David Cannon versus Gary Brown. Gary Brown was looking to get revenge on David Cannon over his points lost. And he took it to the big man. And it was a close fight. And even the judges thought so. That was scored also a majority draw.
Jesse White got the victory over James Langridge. Then we had Joel Taylor get the job done over Ashley McDermott. Just too slick there tonight, and he moves to 3-0.
Peter Davenport, the big man from Geelong, scored a big knockout over Gurshan Ustandang. A big front inch, a straight right hand from the big fella from Geelong, and it was lights out.